take heed that ye do not do your alms before men to be seen of them. Otherwise ye have no reward of your Father which is in heaven. Therefore when thou doest thine alms, do not sound a trumpet before thee as the hypocrites do in the synagogues and in the streets, that they may have glory of men. Verily I say unto you, they have their reward. And when thou prayest, thou shalt not be as the hypocrites are, for they love to pray standing in the synagogues and in the corners of the streets, that they may be seen of men. Verily I say unto you, they have their reward. But thou, when thou prayest, enter into thy closet, and when thou hast shut thy door, pray to thy Father which is in secret. And thy Father which seeth in secret shall reward thee openly. But when ye pray, use not vain repetitions as the heathen do, for they think that they shall be heard for their much speaking. Be not ye therefore like unto them. For your Father knoweth what things ye have need of before ye ask him. After this manner, therefore, pray ye. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. Amen.
Hello once again, grade 6 pupils. It's me again, Teacher Van Van, and welcome to our third discussion in learning mathematics. For today's video, our topic is all about interprets and explains the groupings, exponent, multiplication, division, addition, and subtraction in a number expression, or the Gemdas Rule for short. Before we start to our lesson proper, let me read the learning objectives first. During or at the end of the lesson, the pupils must be able to identify the Gemdas Rule through the given number expressions, interpret and explain the groupings, exponent, multiplication, division, addition, and subtraction in a number expression, and cite importance of Gemdas Rule in our daily lives orally. Let's begin with this situation. You open your Facebook and seen this number expression in the math page on your newsfeed. For instance, you have seen this, or I shall read it. Open parentheses, 10 times 4, close parentheses, plus 2 cubed or 2 raised to the power of 3 minus 6 divided by 3 times 1. You want to answer it, but you don't know how. How are you going to solve it? Do you have any idea? We can see more than 2 operations there, right? That's why we need Gemdas Rule. What is Gemdas Rule, by the way? Gemdas Rule is an order of operations we need to follow step by step. Each letter there stands for a specific rule, where G is for grouping symbols such as parentheses, brackets, and braces. It is the first step to perform. E here is for exponent, or the 2 above the n. This means we need to evaluate all numbers with exponent. Next is M and D, multiplication and division. When division comes first before the multiplication, then you need to perform it first. And when multiplication comes first before division, then you need to perform multiplication first. Lastly, A and S, or addition and subtraction. This was same as the process of multiplication and division, or MD. When subtraction comes first before addition, therefore you need to perform subtraction first. But when addition comes first before subtraction, addition. Therefore, you need to perform or evaluate the addition first. Back to your situation about the post on the math page. In this number expression, what will you perform first? Alright, yes! The one with a grouping symbol or a parenthesis. Open parenthesis, 10 times 4, close parenthesis, will be the one to evaluate first. And 10 times 4 is equals to 40. Write on 40 and copy the remaining number expressions. What will you perform next? Oh well, yes! We need to evaluate the number with an exponent. So a number with an exponent there is number 2. And the exponent is number 3. We need to multiply 2 third times. So 2 times 2 is equals to 4. And 4 times 2 is equals to 8. Now we write 40 plus 8 and copy the remaining number expressions. What would be the next to perform? Alright, very good! Our third step is to perform the multiplication and division and vice versa. In this number expression, division comes first before multiplication, right? 6 divided by 3 is equals to 2. And then we multiply 2 by 1. And that is equals to 2 itself. Now we write 40 plus 8 minus 2. It is obvious that the remaining operations are addition and subtraction, and because addition comes first, we need to add 40 and 8. So 40 plus 8 is 48. Then subtract 48 to 2. So 48 minus 2 is equals to 46. Well, very good, children. Now you can answer the post on the math page in the comment section below. We have here another example before we proceed to our activity. Have 5 cubed or 5 raised to the power of 3 divided by 25 times 2. Open parenthesis, 3 plus 5 and close parenthesis. As we can see here, our first step to perform is the grouping, or which is enclosed in a parenthesis. So 3 plus 5 is equals to 8. Copy 5 cubed or 5 raised to the power of 3 divided by 25 times 2 and evaluate. Open parenthesis, 3 plus 5 and close parenthesis into 8. Our next step here is to evaluate a number with an exponent. In here, 5 is the number with the exponent and our exponent here is 3. Very good. So 5 times 5 is equal to 25 and 25 times 5 is equivalent to 125. Evaluate 5 raised to the power of 3 or 5 cubed to 125 and just copy 25 times 2 plus 8. Very good, we're almost there. We just left 2 steps more. So here we go. Our third step to perform is the multiplication and division. So in this expression, division comes first before multiplication, right? Divide 125 to 25, so we get 3. And 3 times 2 is equals to 6, right? Now our last step here is to perform the addition. So 6 plus 8 is equals to 14. And our final answer here is 14. Let's proceed to our activity. Now, I will show you these following cards. Then I am going to roll the numbers from 1 to 3 to which number we are going to evaluate first. So, let's start. Our first number is 2. So, we have here, open parenthesis, 6 plus 3, close parenthesis, plus 2. To solve this, let's start with the one enclosed in a parenthesis. We have 6 plus 3 is equals to 9 and copy plus 2. 9 plus 2 is equals to 11 and our final answer is 11. Very good. Our second number is number number 1. So we have 3 squared or 3 raised to the power of 2 times 2 plus 2. Since there's no grouping symbols there, we proceed to the number with an exponent. So we have 3 squared or 3 raised to the power of 2. Or 3 times 3 is equals to 9 and copy times 2 plus 2. Next is to evaluate multiplication. We have 9 times 2 is equals to 18 and we copy plus 2. Our last step here was to add 18 plus 2. So we got 20. Our final answer is 20. Well, amazing. Now our last number here is number 3. Open parentheses 16 divided by 4, close parentheses, and times 3. Our first step to perform here is with a grouping symbol. So 16 divided by 4 is equals to 4 and copy times 3. It is obvious that multiplication would be our last step here. So 4 times 3 is equals to 12. Our final answer is 12. Alright kids, seems that every one of you understand this lesson. Now let's evaluate more of these number expressions following the Gemdas rule. But this time, I will just give you 1 minute to answer each. So, we have 5 items here and our total minutes to answer this is 5 minutes. So let's begin. Number 1, open parentheses, 9 minus 2, close parentheses, plus open parentheses 3 times 21, close parentheses. Alright, to solve this, we need to subtract first the first parentheses. So 9 minus 2 is equals to 7 and copy the operation used, which is the addition. And our second parenthesis here is 3 times 21. So 3 times 21 is equals to 63. So 63 plus 7 is equals to 70. Alright, let's proceed to number 2. So we have here open parentheses 18 plus 14 in close parentheses divided by open parentheses 6 plus 2 and close parentheses. Our first parenthesis here or our first grouping here is 18 plus 14. So 18 plus 14 is 32 and copy the operation used, which is division, and our second parenthesis here is 6 plus 2. We have 6 plus 2 is equals to 8. So 32 divided by 8, we have 4 as our final answer. Now let's proceed to number 3. We have 4 times open parentheses 15 minus 32 close parentheses plus 16. We just copy 4 times here since we need to do first, which is enclose the parentheses. So 15 minus 32, we have negative 17 and close with parentheses plus 16. 4 times negative 17 plus 16 and 4 times negative 17 is equals to negative 68 plus 16 is negative 52. So our final answer here is negative 52. We copy negative sign since 68 is greater than 16. Well, let's proceed to number 4. Open parentheses 16 plus 72 close parentheses divided by open parentheses 4 plus 4 and close parentheses. So our first to evaluate here is which is enclosed in the first parentheses. Now 16 plus 72 is equals to 88. Then copy the operations used, which is the division, and copy open parentheses 4 plus 4 and close parentheses. Now just copy 88 and the operation used And 4 plus 4 is equals to 8. Now 88 divided by 8 is equals to 11. 11 here is our final answer. Now to our last number, number 5. Open bracket, open parenthesis, 144 divided by 12, close parenthesis, 2 times 3, and close bracket, divided by 3 times 6. Now, we need to evaluate first which is enclosed in the bracket. And inside the bracket, there is a parenthesis, which is 144 divided by 12. So 144 divided by 12 is 12 itself. Now just copy 2 times 3 and enclose it with a closed bracket. And copy the operations used, which is the division, and 3 times 6. Now just copy 12 and let's begin to multiply 2 times 3. Now 2 times 3 is equals to 6, and copy the operations used, and also copy 3 times 6. 12 times 6 is equals to 72, and copy the operations used, which is the division, and also copy 3 times 6. So 72 divided by 3 is equals to 24, and just multiply 24 to 6, and 24 times 6 is 144. So our final answer here is 144. Now that you really understand our topic for today, now I want you to answer these following number equations without my facilitation. Answer it by your own for just 5 minutes. Alright? Well, grade 6 pupils, that's it for today's video discussion. I hope you have learned something more about this video. See you in our next learning episode. Remember to study your lessons, have fun, and keep safe. Thank you for watching, and God bless everyone!